Peggy gets some words from the wise when we're back in Ambridge just after 7 tonight. Our play has a foodie theme in a minute, but first with news of today's Moneybox Live, here's Paul Lewis.
Thanks, Alan. Now, I don't mean to be personal, but are you expecting a baby or a new child to be adopted in the family? If so, what are your rights at work? How much time can you take off? How much will you be paid? What rights do you have to get your old job back or work flexibly? And if you're not working, what benefits can you get for you and your new arrival? Today, Moneybox Live is here to answer your questions about rights and benefits for those with a new baby or an adopted child. Call now, 03 700 100 444. Moneybox Live just after 3. That number again, 03 700 100 444.
Thanks, Paul. This is BBC Radio 4, where now it's time for our afternoon play, which you could say has a rather unhealthy obsession with food.
Ah, Gemma, do come in. Take a seat.
Is it about my copy? I wasn't sure.
It's great. Absolutely great. In fact, I'm really happy with the way your column's going. Feisty, brainy, and a bit frivolous. The one on Killer Heels was perfect.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked it.
In fact, I think you deserve a little reward. Take a look at this.
Oh. Against the grain.
It's going to be the cookery book of the year.
Very glossy.
I'm planning a big cover feature. Double-page spread, lots of photos.
Look at this. Battered pig's ears in a Chervil tuber emulsion. Coxcombs with hogweed velouté. Nobody in their right mind would actually cook from these recipes, would they?
On the contrary, it's the latest thing. Wild food, foraging for nettles in the hedgerows. After all, we are in a recession. And we'll all be doing it when the oil runs out.
Milo Markhov's name rings a bell.
He used to be the chef patron of La Décadence on Sloane Street. He retired last year to the Perigord. He's hardly doing any publicity for the book, but he's granted us an interview at his house. It's a bit of a coup, actually. So I'm hoping as our style columnist you'll take it on.
Me? Oh, thanks, but I know absolutely zilch about cookery.
Even better. You'll bring a fresh perspective to it. And as you're visiting the house, you can nose around a bit, give us the inside story on it. I'll book you into a luxury hotel nearby, all expenses paid. Take Toby along too, if you like. What do you say?
OK, I'll do it. But I'm not eating any battered pig's ears, I can tell you that. A whole weekend, all expenses paid. Did you hear that? Ruth booked me into this amazing hotel. And she's happy for you to come too. It looks great. Oh, we really need a break, don't we? We've both been working so hard. Oh, New York? Well, you never mentioned that. Look, you know I don't mind you going away for work normally, but it would do us so much good to get away together. So come on, Tobes. Okay. Well, maybe we can talk about it tonight, yeah? Shall I get a takeaway? How late is late? Et pour vous. Merci. Au revoir.
Merci, au revoir.
Yes?
Mr. Markhov, I'm Gemma. Gemma Ridley, good to meet you.
Who?
The interview?
Oh, yes. Come in. I'd forgotten. I'm in the middle of cooking.
I'm sorry I'm late. The train was delayed, so I came straight here from the station. Didn't have time to check into my hotel. Do you mind if I leave my case here?
What? Oh, yes. We'll do the interview in my study. Take a seat, please.
Oh, thanks. Oh, lovely place you've got here.
Thank you.
Must be quite a change from living in London.
Yes, it is.
I'm booked in to stay at La Grande Truffe for the weekend. Do you know it?
Miss Ridley, if you don't mind, can we dispense with the small talk?
Oh.
You're 2 hours late. It's now 5 p.m. and we have an hour exactly, and then I'm afraid I have other things to attend to.
Oh, fine. Hang on then, I'll just get this going. 1, 2, 1, 2. OK, let's crack on then. First of all, the title of your book, Against the Grain. What does it mean?
You tell me.
OK. Well, obviously going against the flow, but also, I don't know, being obstinate, willful. Could there be a bit of that in there as well?
Actually, it's just a homage to one of my favourite books, Arabor by J.K. Huysmans.
Ah, yes, Huysmans. I've heard of him. Wasn't he a contemporary of Baudelaire and that crowd?
Well, you mean you've read him?
No, unless you count leafing through the paperback in a bookshop once.
Well, you should have bought it. Well, that book is my Bible. It's made me realise that our culture has become so commercialised, so debased, that the only option left is to retreat from the world and indulge one's own aesthetic tastes.
Isn't that rather a depressing outlook?
I find it rather refreshing, actually. Encouraging. Huysmans shows us that the masses are stupid, that they're spoon-fed rubbish and that they positively lap it up. And nothing's changed since the 19th century. In fact, it's even worse today. I mean, look at all these idiotic TV chefs. They're buffoons and such mediocre cooks, but the public adores them.
I suppose so. But how are you any different? You play to the gallery as well, don't you?
I do like attention, yes. I want to be recognised for my work. But the difference between those charlatans and me is that I'm deadly serious about food. And I refuse to compromise my art. What's more, I'm a much better chef than the lot of them put together.
Is that so?
I'll prove it to you if you like. As it happens, I've been preparing some rather special dishes this afternoon. Perhaps I could try them out on you. You'll be the first to taste them.
I thought you said you were busy later.
I did, but I'm not, in actual fact. I was hedging my bets.
Oh, thanks. Well, if you insist. But promise me one thing. No coxcombs or hogweed.
I can't promise anything. As I said, I never compromise. But I can assure you that whatever I cook, it'll be delicious. Tonight, it will be service à la française. I've prepared a selection of tasting dishes. Don't look. I want you to guess what they are. Shut your eyes.
Oh.
Ready?
Yes.
Open. There you are.
That's divine. It tastes gamey. It's so light. Could it be pigeon? A kind of pigeon mousse?
That's right. Well done. And now, this.
Garlic. Peppery.
Jack by the hedge. A nice little emulsion. It's flavoured with a few...
chestnuts.
Roasted acorns.
Wow. That's amazing.
Good. Now, yes, I think you'll like this.
Delicious. What is it?
Pig's trotter.
Pig's trotter? Actually, it's heavenly.
Now, for my pièce de résistance. You can open your eyes. Ta-da! They sell this in the local market here.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, what on earth is it?
Lamprey. It's a rather medieval sort of dish. A kind of parasitic blood-sucking eel.
And the sauce?
It's the reserved lamprey blood. I use a lot of blood in my sauces. It's a natural thickener. Masses of flavour.
This salad's very tasty. What's in it?
Cresson de vigne, the French call it. Hairy bittercress and sow thistle. All freshly picked locally, of course. More wine.
Oh, thanks. It's strange, isn't it? I really wouldn't be able to identify those plants you mentioned.
Well, they're very common. Weeds, really.
I suppose the people around here haven't lost that knowledge, have they? How to hunt, gather and so on.
It's a whole way of life round here.
Well, it certainly beats rushing home from work and tearing open a bag of ready-washed rocket.
But for me, you see, it's more than that. For me, finding food, cooking it, eating it, is a passion. It is my only passion, in fact. Now, dessert.
Oh, well, I shouldn't. I've eaten far too much already.
A simple panna cotta.
Oh, what a lovely scent. Vanilla. Almonds?
It's a flower, actually. Meadowsweet. La Reine des Prairies, we call it.
Oh, heavenly. Oh, it's so smooth. It's so perfumed.
I'm glad you like it. I wonder... I'm going truffle hunting with a friend of mine tomorrow. Would you like to come along with us?
Truffle hunting? What fun, I'd love to. What time should I come over in the morning?
Well, we tend to start early. Tell you what, it might be easier if you stay the night. There are plenty of spare rooms to choose from. There's no trouble. I'll tell my housekeeper to make up a bed. And then we can both set off together to Herve's place at crack of dawn.
Oh, I don't know. I'm booked into the hotel.
Phone them to cancel.
I suppose I could.
I'll ask her to put you in the best guest bedroom. The Rose Room.
That sounds nice.
And I'll make you a wonderful breakfast in the morning before we set off.
Ah, now you're talking. OK, then. Why not? Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'd better go and make that call. Nom de Ridley. R-I-D-L-E-Y. Non, pas ce soir. Demain. Pardon? La réception ici n'est pas très... Oh, I give up. Toby? Can you hear me? It's going fine, thanks. Listen, I'm staying at Markhov's place tonight, not the hotel. I just thought I'd let you know. We're going truffle hunting tomorrow. Truffle hunting. No, never mind. The reception here is terrible. I miss you. Hello? Toby? Oh!
Would you like a little chamomile tea?
Yeah.
I dried the flowers myself. It's mildly soporific. It'll help you to get off to sleep tonight.
Thanks. Oh, I don't think I'll have much trouble sleeping, though. Not after that wonderful dinner.
I fished out a copy of Huysman's book for you. I thought you'd like to refresh your memory.
Ah, thank you. What time are we getting up in the morning?
About 5:30.
Oh.
Is that okay?
No, that's fine. But I think I'll turn in now, if you don't mind. I'm absolutely whacked.
Madame Hebert has prepared your room. I'll, well, let me show you up.
Friday, 13th of November. Arrived late. Turns out MM's bark worse than his bite. Interesting guy, though not my type. Too prickly. Fabulous dinner. Ate pig's foot and weird eel with weed salad. Sounds vile, but was fab. Oh, I wish Tobes was here. Hope he's not out on the pull in New York City. Going truffle hunting tomorrow. Rebours by Joris Karl Huysmans. This bit's underlined in red. One of these meals had been a funeral feast to mark the most ludicrous of personal misfortunes. Dining off black-bordered plates, the company had enjoyed turtle soup, Russian rye bread, ripe olives from Turkey, caviar, mullet botargo, black puddings from Frankfurt, game served in sauces the colour of licorice and boot polish, truffle jellies, chocolate creams. Oh, no more food, please. Oh.
It's wonderful to see the sun come up, isn't it?
I'm usually fast asleep at this hour, but I'd be sorry to miss this. Oh, and the woods are beautiful. These deep reds, yellows.
I hope you'll be comfortable in those shoes.
Oh, no worries. They're last season's. I don't mind if I ruin them.
And I wouldn't have thought that blanket thing you're wearing is the ideal garment for this weather.
This isn't a blanket thing. It's vintage Prada. And it's toasty warm, I'll have you know. Do you shoot game while you're on the hunt?
Well, I like to bring my gun along just in case.
So I see. So, how will we know where to find the truffles then?
Oh, we won't. That's what we have the pigs for.
Pigs?
We always go truffle hunting with pigs.
Wow! That's amazing.
They can sniff out truffles anywhere. All we humans know is that truffles tend to grow in these oak woods.
So, they can't be farmed?
Well, people have been trying, planting seedlings, spores. Because the truffle harvest is drying up. Has been for years. But the best strategy, to my mind, is to look after the woods, restock them. Oh, damn! Missed it!
Oh, really, Milo? You could have warned me. Oh, that thing scares the life out of me.
You city folk, you're such wimps.
Look! What an adorable little cottage right in the middle of the woods. Is this Herve's place?
Yes.
Oh, did he build it himself?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Ah, bonjour, mon ami.
Gemma, Herve, Gemma.
I hear you've come to interview Milo about his new book.
Yes, and to get a feel for the place. It's really beautiful here.
Well, we'd better go and find Josephine.
Josephine?
My pig.
Oh.
The best truffle hunter in the whole of Perigord. She's famous around here. A local celebrity.
I can't wait to meet her.
We have to train the pigs, specially to hunt for the truffles. Research has shown that the truffles have a strong smell, exactly like the smell a male pig gives off before mating.
Oh, really?
That's why we use female pigs like Josephine. The problem is, of course... Hey!
Oh, has she found one?
Yes, but she's trying to eat it. For God's sake, get it away from her. She's coughing the lot.
No, Josephine!
Come on, give it back now, missus.
Oh, Empress, if you don't mind.
Oh, look, get that bloody animal off the truffle, you idiots. Oh, this is sheer incompetence.
What on earth did you do that for?
It's just a shot in the air. I thought it would scare her. She's still eating it. I really can't be doing this. I'm going home.
Milo, come back.
Oh, dear. Now, Josephine, please. Please. Look, I've got it. Oh, it's a beauty.
Yes. Fine specimen. Black gold, we call it. Well done, Gemma. Well done, Josephine. No matter if you wanted a little bit for yourself.
Do you think one of us should go after him?
No, he'll be okay. Food is central to Milo's life. Here in the Perigord, we certainly understand that. But for him, it's like a religion. More important than anything else. Than the world of other human beings. Then family, friendship, love.
Oh, look! I think Josephine's found another truffle. Come on.
Oh, you're back. A little later than I expected.
I've just come to collect my things. Oh, look. Herve sent this for you. The truffle we saved from Josephine.
Wonderful. How nice of Herve. Gemma, I really must apologise for my behaviour today. I don't know what came over me.
That's okay. Now, if you don't mind, I think I'll go upstairs and pack. It won't take me a moment. Could you call me a taxi to take me to the hotel, please?
Oh, I was hoping you'd stay to dinner.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but...
I'll make something with this. Oh, come on, Gemma. You really ought to eat the truffle you saved from the jaws of the Empress Josephine.
Well, I don't know.
Just for an hour or two, and I'll call you a taxi for later. Please.
OK, I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, good. Now, you go upstairs and take a nice hot bath. Scrape off all that mud from wrestling with the Empress. And by the time you've finished, I'll have dinner on the table. Ah, Gemma, you've arrived at the moment juste.
Oh, candles, black candles. The table looks extraordinary, Milo.
Thank you. Please, sit down.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what beautiful smoked glass goblets.
And now, just to start us off, an amuse-bouche.
Coffee?
Wild mushroom cappuccino.
Oh, it looks so pretty in its little cup. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's so fresh. Where did you get the mushrooms?
I go out foraging for them every day. Ceps, girolles, chanterelles, and my favourite, the trompette de l'amour.
Trumpets of death? Are you sure they're safe to eat?
Of course. I know what I'm doing. And now, for the truffle.
To think, I found this myself.
There.
Oh, it's beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, you know, I didn't really understand all the fuss about food before I came here, but I've been converted. Everything you've made me has been so fresh, so natural, so full of flavour. It's like the essence of taste itself somehow.
Oh, I'm so glad you appreciate it, Gemma. It's a joy to cook for someone so sensitive and thoughtful.
How did you prepare the truffle?
Very simply. I just peeled it, keeping the trimmings, of course, then sliced it very finely and brushed it with a little olive oil. The trimmings went into the sauce. Vermouth, white wine, chicken stock, a little cream.
Well, it is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Ah, I've just realised. The table, the candles, everything being black. It's all based on that funeral feast in the book, Harper.
Ah, you noticed.
I read about it last night. You'd underlined it. Well, Anyway, it's all exquisite. Unforgettable. Thank you.
Well, no, Gemma. Thank you. It's been wonderful to have you here, to talk to cook for. I'm going to miss you when you're gone.
I'll miss this place too. I really enjoyed the truffle hunt today.
You like it here, don't you?
Yes.
Gemma, don't worry. I'm not going to make a pass at you. I gave up my sexual adventuring years ago. Had more than my fair share of that kind of thing in my day, and I can safely say I don't crave it any longer. That's why I made this funeral feast. As Huysman says in his book, it's to mark the death of my virility, the end of my passions in that direction. No, what gives me the most pleasure these days is food. Sadly, though, I don't enjoy eating alone. What I need is someone to feed. Someone who understands. Like you.
I don't know what to say.
Well, don't worry. It won't cost you anything. You can live here completely free of charge. Come and go as you please. Pursue your own life. All I ask is that from time to time you eat the meals I prepare for you.
Milo, that's a sweet idea. But I've got a whole life in London, a job, a boyfriend. I couldn't possibly...
Why not, Gemma? Why not?
No, I'm sorry, Milo, but no, there's absolutely no question of it.
So you won't even do me the courtesy of considering my proposal?
I think I'd better be going. I'm sorry, I'm going to go upstairs and pack. I should never have stayed. Could you phone for that taxi for me, please? Now. God, I've got to get out of here. Oh, no. Oh, no, he's locked me in. Oh, God, I feel sick. Oh. I can't. It's too far down. Oh, God. Right. No choice. Here goes. Toby, thank God. Listen, I'm lost in the woods. You've got to help me. I'm running away from a madman. It's dark and I'm frightened. And I'm feeling so weird and dizzy. Toby, it's me. Gemma, don't hang up. Please don't hang up. Oh, damn it. Ah. What's happening? Oh, everything seems to be throbbing, pulsating. Oh, those trees, those black branches, are waving about like bare arms in the sky, like skeletons. Get off! Get away from me! God, what's wrong with me? Mushrooms. It must be the mushrooms. I've got to get help. Oh, thank heavens! Please be in.
Gemma? What's wrong?
I've been so frightened.
What's happened? Here, let me help you. Put your arm around my shoulder. Come on.
Oh. Ow! Oh, my leg.
Sit down by the fire.
Oh.
Let me have a look.
Ow!
Don't worry. But what happened?
Milo gave me this mushroom thing for dinner. A wild mushroom cappuccino, he called it. I think it must have been magic mushrooms. It's beginning to wear off now.
Thank goodness for that. Now, tell me, what exactly happened with Milo?
Oh, you won't believe it. I can hardly believe it myself. He asked me to dinner, and when I came down to eat it, I realised the dining room was decorated for the funeral feast I'd read about in the book he gave me, Herve. He said it was to mark the death of his virility or something. Completely mad. And then he gave me this mushroom cappuccino. Oh, that was delicious, actually.
Go on.
Well, then he brought in the truffle, and we were just eating it when he suddenly announced that he wanted me to come and live with him.
Do you think he's fallen in love with you?
No, it's not that. Well, I don't think so anyway. He said he just wanted someone to cook for. Told me I could live there rent-free as long as I ate his meals. And when I said no, he went berserk. So I did a runner. I jumped out of the window of my bedroom, in fact.
Oh, Gemma.
I was scared out of my wits. I've been wandering around for, I don't know, it seems like hours. And then I saw your cottage.
I'm glad you did.
That man needs to be locked up. He's a raving lunatic.
Milo hasn't been himself lately, but I had no idea he was in such a bad state. Tonight you will stay here. In the morning, I would go and see Milo. It's time something was done for his own good.
I'll come with you. I need to fetch my things. I'll be safe enough with you there.
It's sad, really. Under all that bluster, he's a kind, decent man and extremely talented.
I know.
But he's allowed himself to make a fetish out of this wild food thing, instead of what it should be, part of the balance, the order of life.
It's a shame, isn't it? Your English is very good, Herve. Where did you learn it?
In London. I went there to study law.
Oh, really?
But then my father got ill, so I came back here to help him run the farm, and when he died, I took over.
You don't miss the bright lights?
No, but I must admit I do get a bit lonely sometimes, living here in the woods on my own, beautiful as it is.
Don't you have a partner?
I'm divorced 3 years ago. How about you?
Well, I'm in a relationship, as they say. But to be honest, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. He's a banker, sells debt, if you can get your head around that. Oh, he makes a packet, of course. We've been together for 2 years. We used to be so happy. I'm sorry, Herve.
Don't be sorry. You're in an emotional state. You've just had a very traumatic experience.
I was hoping he'd come over here with me this weekend, but he never has any time, and it's not going to change. He loves his job, and it's his whole life. I used to be the same. Oh, I used to think it was so glamorous, being a style columnist. Oh, I don't know. I'm tired of it. I want to do something more meaningful. Something that has a result. I mean, coming back with that truffle today and eating it for supper really brought it home to me. I felt as though I'd achieved something for once.
Ah, the meaningful truffle. You sound like Milo. Gemma, I think we ought to get some sleep. You can have my bed if you like. I'll stay down here on the sofa.
Thank you, Herve. You're right. It's past 4 and I've got a train to catch in the morning.
Don't worry. I'll get you there on time. Are you okay?
Yes.
You sure? You could leave this to me, you know?
No. I want to do this.
Oh.
Milo, my friend, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. I expect you've come back to get your case. Well, I've packed it for you. Here it is.
I would have thought an apology would be in order, don't you?
I've nothing to apologise for. In fact, I really think Gemma should apologise to me running off like that in the middle of the night. Ridiculous behaviour.
What do you mean? You fed me magic mushrooms. You locked me in.
Oh, don't be absurd.
Just because I wouldn't...
That's enough, thank you. Now get out of my house.
How dare you speak to me like that? Just because you're a famous chef, it doesn't mean you can do as you please. You are not going to get away with this kind of behaviour. When I get back to London, I'm going to file a story on
Oh,
you.
I bet you are. You bloody journalists are all the same. Always sniffing around, see what scraps you can find to put in the trough. And get out, or I'll pepper your backside with this.
Milo,
Eh?
for God's sake, put that down.
Get out! I said get out, both of you! You scumbags, you hypocrites! And if you don't leave right now, I'll...
Milo, stop!
Get down!
Herve, are you all right? Oh, you're bleeding. I'll call an ambulance.
No. I'm okay. What on earth is the matter with you, man?
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Milo, you need help. I'm going to call our friend the doctor. He'll come and he'll take care of you, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Takes me over. The bullet just grazed my skin, that's all.
And what did he say about Milo?
He thinks he suffered some kind of psychotic episode. Oh, I should have done something before. He was getting more and more obsessive. I knew something was wrong.
Don't blame yourself. Nobody could have predicted he'd do this. Herve, I really have to go. My train.
Oh, of course. I'll take you to the station.
Are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yes, of course. I'm fine. And like this, we should never have gone back to the manoir. I should have realized Milo was in no fit state.
Oh, nonsense. It was my idea to go.
How's your foot? Are you all right to travel?
Oh, it hurts a bit, but it's not too bad. Nothing a stiff gin and tonic on the train won't cure. How about you?
Well, I feel a little bit bouleversé. Overcome. What with one thing and another.
It's certainly been an eventful trip.
In more ways than one.
Yes.
Gemma, do you think... I wonder... Will you come back to the Perigord one day?
I'd love to come back.
I'd like to see you again.
Would you?
Do come in, Gemma. Sit down. How was your trip?
Oh, amazing. Fantastic. I mean, it's a beautiful place, the Perigord.
Did you and Toby have a good time?
No, he couldn't make it in the end.
What a shame. So, how was the hotel?
I never got there. Milo invited me to stay at the manoir.
Good for you. I knew you'd get on. Shame you didn't mention that in your piece. Oh, to be honest, Gemma, I think you're going to have to rework it a bit. It's not up to your usual standard.
Oh?
All these quotations from this 19th century French writer, Haussmann's, whatever his name is, and all this stuff about keeping nature and the human world in balance. I mean, it's well argued and fascinating in its way, but come on, Gemma. This is a style magazine. Our readers want a bit of light entertainment, not a philosophy lecture. Rewrite this, please, in your normal style and have it in by tomorrow.
No, I'm not going to rewrite it. In fact, I'm not going to be writing for the magazine at all in the future.
But why not?
I'm going to live in the Perigord and become a pig farmer.
You're joking.
Well, not exactly a pig farmer, more of a truffle seller.
Gemma, what on earth's got into you? You haven't fallen for this Markhov man, have you?
No, far from it. But I have met someone else.
I see. I'll give this to one of our subs, see what they can do with it. Bump up the photos, perhaps. Did you notice anything odd about Markhov? I've heard rumours that he had a bit of a breakdown. Are they true?
I've no idea. He seemed fine when I was there.
So, you're not going to tell me what you know? For the piece?
No.
Why not?
Because I have no desire to feed this machine anymore. Pry into people's lives, just to give our readers something to flick through at the weekend. Because I'm going to start again. Start a new life. Live a different way. I don't quite know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to begin by looking for truffles in a wood in the Perigord, with a farmer and a pig called...